Auto sequence start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, hello there. Welcome, all my fellow hooligans, to another installment of Canned Conversation. My name is Andrew, and with me, as always, my good friend Steven.
Hola.
'Tis the annual St. Patrick's Day show, my friend. How excited are ya?
I'm pretty jacked up. I got a shirt on. I got swag. You've got some weird swag on yourself there, Lightning.
Yeah.
I love it.
Decked out in a little green.
Love it.
Yeah, we have the St. Patrick's Day theme going on for those who are watching the video. For those who are podcasting later,
You should watch the video.
you should watch or do the video podcast because we have green everywhere.
Yeah, subscribe, and then hit the little bell button so that you get notified every time we put out a video. Come on, people.
All those shenanigans.
Yep, good.
So we're going to try to do it up Irish style today. Hope you enjoy. You may ask yourself, what is a canned conversation? Thank you for putting that in there. Well, one of us brings a new, unique, or rare canned beverage to try, and while we throw back the liquid libation, we do our very best to have a riveting discussion about something we find particularly entertaining. Today's conversation, of course, being about the luck of the Irish and whether the Irish have more of it than everyone else.
They don't.
Later in the show, we'll review and rate said canned beverage and let you know if you should try it while eating your bangers and mash.
Sweet.
I think I asked last year if you were a bangers and mash versus corned beef and cabbage. Believe you
and what
were.
did I say?
You're a meh on both.
I was. Man. Yeah, I'm not big on either one.
But you know what I think you will like?
What?
A can beverage.
I
So
would love a can
let's do this.
if it's Irish.
Hey, man, I hate to admit this, but this is my first trophy. Only problem is that goofy golf guy on top. Maybe the guy at the trophy store could put a little hockey guy on there. Who the hell would know?
Happy, shut your trap.
All right.
I gotta admit, you were great out there today.
Thank you.
But you weren't that great. A lot of that was luck.
Well, some might call it luck. I'd like to call it, well, luck, I guess. So what?
Even the can walk-up music is an Irish jig.
I can't believe you didn't put flogging mollies on this thing.
Yeah, they would copyright ding
Oh,
me.
all right.
You just mentioning them might. I'm just kidding. I already get enough copyright things on this that I mean, for some of our music, which I have license for, but it doesn't matter if you have license.
Because it still flags it.
Still dings it, so
Yep.
you have to, go through all of the shenanigans.
What a pain.
But what movie was that, my friend?
That's Happy Gilmore.
Oh, thank goodness you got that one.
Because it says it in the
Yes,
quote.
everybody, the live studio audience is very happy to hear that you got that. And he does say happy, but sometimes you struggle on movie quotes.
I struggle a lot. Not sometimes, a lot.
So today's canned beverage is brought to you by the Isle of Ireland. And today it is a canned cocktail. We had a couple of different beverage choices on tap. Obviously, Guinness was up there. But I wanted to do a cocktail and one we haven't done yet. We have not done a full-fledged whiskey and Coke to date in our 90 episodes. So this is Jameson whiskey, so of Irish descent, together with cola. So they don't get copyright infringed because they didn't want to put the name of a cola on here, just
Right.
cola flavored. It's an Irish whiskey with natural cola flavors, carbonated and caramel color, 5% alcohol by volume, 355 mLs. So we don't have Florida ounces. We just have Miami liters.
Miami liters. Yeah. So, but 355 Miami liters is actually 12 Florida ounces.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is. It's the same. It
Yeah,
says
but
on
just
the
the
side.
top. Oh, good.
I mean, it does the conversion of Miami liters to Florida ounces on there.
Nice.
So,
But it's a tall can, so it's like one of those that you have to find a different
yeah, it doesn't fit any
Coolie.
koozies. Yeah.
cup for.
Yeah.
And this is Jameson branded. No knockoffs here. So this is full on Irish. enjoy responsibly, and we will. So we're going to,
And we will.
yes. All right, my friend.
We'll see how responsible this gets.
Yes.
Awesome. So we're talking luck.
It's St. Patrick's Day.
Cool.
Last year, it's episode 42. If you want to go back and listen to that, we talk a lot about some of the fun facts about the holiday. We talked about like who St. Patrick was, when he lived, when he died, what he was known for, the colors, the parades, and how the world celebrates.
Yep.
So we've covered that
done
gamut,
that.
and it was fun.
Yep.
So I was like, all right, I want to change it up just a little bit for this year, and we're going to talk about luck.
Cool.
Because that's on all of the Irish shirts. There's clovers on a lot of stuff. You have the Yeti, which a great shirt. If you can see, again, for those who watch the video, he has a Yeti shirt on with a clover in 4-leaf clover in the middle. So 2 things that may or may not exist.
Both exist.
If you see either one, you are perhaps lucky. So we're gonna
Perhaps lucky.
we're gonna talk about luck. And the phenomenon of what luck is. So let's get started. I'm just going to ask you, what would you say luck is?
So I think it's circumstances that tend to go your way, even though they like it. I feel like life is every situation is kind of like a coin flip. And sometimes when you feel like you just keep winning the coin flip, I feel like in life, we talked about this in our statistics episode or whatever that was that we were talking about how rare it is that you actually exist today. I feel like I've been pretty lucky in life. Like I feel like the coin flips go my way. Like I choose heads and it keeps coming up heads for the most part. So I think that's luck. It's just circumstances tend to favor you.
Okay.
Is that a decent definition? Like
yes.
close?
Yes. Circumstances tend to favor you over not favoring you.
Yeah.
If it goes the other way, that is unlucky,
Yes.
right? So just to drill down a little bit, I would go a little bit further to say it's the phenomenon or belief that defines the experience of improbable events, especially improbable, like against odds.
That's what I was gonna say, but you interrupted me. You didn't let me finish my sentence.
Oh, I thought you said, is that right?
I always say that when I'm waiting to tell you the rest of my sentence.
Yes, that makes sense. Cool. And I did fail to mention we are live, so hopefully we have a few folks out watching. I think we saw a few movement in the chat.
Yep.
So fun as always for those who do jump on and listen live. I know it's late on a Thursday evening, so we love when folks can join us and
Appreciate our live listeners.
Right, and interact. Yep. We've juiced up the wheels of the cog machine that the hamster runs in, so our video quality actually should be a little better live, and we have a much quicker reaction between when you chat and what we see. So as
there was
always,
a little delay before it was,
yeah,
we
so
were
lucky
always-
us.
Yeah.
Stephen, as always, is monitoring some of the chat because I can't do 8 things at once.
Cheers, chatters.
Yes.
They already said cheers, so I appreciate you.
Cheers. So thanks for participating. Later in this actual show, we'll have a bit of sort of a game or a guess thing that I'm going to do with Stephen here. So as always, you can participate in the chat by putting your guesses and stuff in there. We talked a little bit about what is luck and what is really unlucky. Where did this originate? I do always have to give the factoid because I'm a data geek.
Yep.
That the words meaning luck started to come around in the 1400s. So
gonna be my guess.
Humans, as we've talked about, has been around a long time, but really the idea of luck, and it's sort of derived from gambling. So it seems prior to that, most all good fortune or negative fortune was all a result of the gods.
Before the 1400s?
Yeah. Okay. So like before then, it was like, instead of saying, hey, good luck to you, it was, may God look upon you with favor.
Okay.
So it was all really the gods.
It was still left into somebody unknown's hand.
Right.
It wasn't just attributed to luck.
Yeah. I hope you get rich. If you do, it's because God likes you.
Yeah.
One of the gods, if
A
you're
God likes you somewhere.
A God likes you and has given upon you to that. So really, then luck started to come around, sort of was in with gambling, which makes a lot of sense, right? Because there's a lot of
And what region of the country or what region of the world did that come in?
various parts of the world. I just said words related to luck because there was multiple words in different languages, but it was like sort of that mid-English, like when we've talked about words, a lot of them come from that.
Okay.
All right. So traditionally, luck is the belief that a supernatural force has caused the improbable to happen. It usually kind of derives from three places.
Okay.
So luck could come from three different things. And we're going to talk a little bit about all of those three things. What do you
Okay.
think those are? I'm going to put you on the spot.
Three things. Is God still one of them?
God is one of them, a deity.
Okay, cool.
So you think something good has happened in my life because maybe you prayed for it to happen. Maybe something bad happened in your life and it's, because you've sinned too much.
That makes sense.
If you believe in that.
So is the second one the cosmos or the world around us? Not necessarily a deity. It's just like I'm putting stuff in. Like people go, oh, I'm putting this out in the world, and the world like it's good karma.
So karma, I would put into non-physical things. So yes, karma would be one of those non-physical attributes. Superstitions,
Okay.
things like numbers, like you might find the number 13 to be unlucky.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th, a date, right? Those are
I stole karma off of our people who are chatting. Just for the
nice.
record.
They're like karma.
yeah, please
That's a
just
good
say
one.
karma, Stephen. Gee,
But like what are a couple other non-physical bad luck or good luck items that you're aware of? I mean, there are a bunch of them.
like actual like black cat kind of things.
Yeah, sure.
Like
black
under
cat,
ladders kind of things.
walking under a ladder.
Broken glass kind of stuff.
That's more physical.
Oh, okay, what was I trying to do? Spiritual?
Or just things
Mental?
that aren't a specific
Superstitious?
object.
Oh.
Well, we kind of talked about
Jiminy Christmas.
some
I got,
objects
I
there.
got
but-
lost in my own analogies.
or dates. Do you have any,
Bad omen dates? Like the 13th of
I
Friday?
feel like you're trying to
I'm trying to read your mind.
keep in step here. I'm asking you a simple question, right? But is there
Good
any dates
God.
that you know of that may be bad luck to either yourself or other people? Friday the 13th we mentioned.
Yeah, Friday the 13th is always one. Bad luck or just have bad... yeah, there's a couple... Like, when people have bad things happen on certain dates, you kind of remember those dates. You're like, ugh, that's a gross
Yeah.
date. I don't know if that's bad luck or it's just like, ugh, bad memory.
And some are bigger, some are like cultural, like the Lunar New Year.
So like
is-
September 11th kind of stuff where you're like, that's
Yes,
like people
right.
stay away from doing, like, I don't
Right.
like to do stuff on
Yeah.
the day.
So we've
Okay.
covered two,
Okay.
right? So we've covered deities,
Deities,
non-physical. What would the third one be?
can it not be physical?
Physical. There would you go.
Oh, you were right. These are simple questions.
Yes.
I feel like I overcomplicated it. My bad.
What would be some physical, do you think?
Physical bad luck.
Or good luck? What would bring you good luck that's a physical item? Think if you went to bingo, what people might have around their bingo cards that would give them
Oh, like talismans of some sort of like,
yes.
like I have a little troll doll.
Troll dolls. Very good. That's a good one.
Or little alien dolls. I think you have a little alien doll.
I do.
That's a
I'm
good
gonna
luck.
show that in a minute.
Oh, who
so
knew?
very
Look
good.
at me. I'm picking up on all kinds
Yeah.
of good stuff.
You ever heard of a rabbit's foot being good luck?
Our listeners have because they just commented it in the chat as you said it.
Yes.
That's funny.
I love it. They're on it. They're like,
They are.
Steven, come on, right? Like,
Yeah, I'm apparently slow.
found
today.
penny. If you find a penny, pick it up.
Well, just with the heads.
And all day,
you'll have good luck.
you'll have good luck.
but only if it's up on heads.
So there's a caveat to that
Yeah.
one. All
So
right.
4-leaf clovers is obviously in there, right?
4-leaf clover. If you find one of those, very good luck. So those are the big ones. Charms and artifacts.
Okay.
Kind of cover it all. There's lots of, because then it can get down to just personal stuff, right? Like you gotta, if you have a personal jersey that you wore on a game day that you won,
People who don't wash their
They don't
jerseys
wash
because
it,
they've never.
right?
Yeah. Yep.
they're like, this is my good luck jersey. Or better yet, it's the jersey they wore when their sports team won something, right? Like, Kansas City fans right now, they're like, I'm not washing this jersey because I'm going to wear it to the Super Bowl again next year.
Where do oddities fit into this? So,
What's an oddity?
like a two-headed snake or
I'd
like
say that's a physical,
jackalope.
that's a charm or an
Okay.
artifact. Cool. For sure, an artifact is kind of what I would throw that under.
Okay. Awesome.
Excellent. All right. So let's get to the nitty gritty of what's, when we conversate, we like to just kind of throw out, do you believe in luck?
Yes.
Excellent.
100% yes.
Thanks for joining.
And that's all we got. Yes, I do. And I think I feel like there's some of it is what you put out in the world is what you get back. So there's some part of me that believes that. There's also part of me that thinks, yeah, no, that's it. It really is. If you try to be a decent enough person, decent and good things will happen to you. And I feel like that's equivalent of luck, is saying, I'm going to try to do good things. I'm going to try to not be a complete DB and jerk, right? And hopefully that means I will be in the graces of whatever like comes up in front of me, that good things will happen to me when the choice is out of my hands.
Okay. That goes one way.
Okay.
Because that seems to be a good way, right? Because you're talking about do good things will come upon you.
Okay.
What about the reverse? Is there a bad luck?
Yeah.
Alternate situation? Bad karma? Bad juju?
I also think there's streaks you can get on for some reason. And this may make me sound like a crazy person, but that's why we have this podcast and we talk about weird stuff, right? So, but I do think that like you can get into a place where you have something bad happen to you and your brain's like, I'm on a bad luck streak. And all of a sudden everything's bad. Like it just continues. Like it's things that are outside of your control that just continue to happen to you because for some reason your brain's still in bad luck mode. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Okay.
So what's really interesting about that is that I was going to play a bit of the devil's advocate and say, if you didn't believe in luck, have you ever heard of the self-fulfilling prophecy? That term, self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah. Yes.
So one might explain luck as if you are thinking ahead going, I want to have good luck, so therefore I'm going to do good things in order to get that. Are you already taking steps in a positive manner that will better facilitate that outcome? That it's not just in the hands of the gods
Sure.
or an artifact.
So can you manifest good luck?
Yes. By self-fulfilling prophecy, a little
Yeah.
less magic and a little less, a little more science behind it.
So I'm sure there's a little more science behind it, but it doesn't feel like science.
True. All right.
Like the power of positive thinking, the power of putting yourself in a mental space that you're accepting of bad things, that you don't look at them as bad and you kind of look at them as good opportunities that you gloss over and go that if you were in the wrong frame of mind, you would have thought that was bad luck. Right frame of mind, you go, it's all good. I just move past it. Like it's not even, I don't consider it bad luck and I move on to something else that's good and you just kind of overlook the bad stuff. So yeah, I think you can. I think you can manifest good stuff.
I agree.
Well then look, this show's over.
So let me ask you this. So we're going to take it one step further then. Now, because I just kind of wanted to just, I like to play the devil's advocate sometimes, so when I ask you, do you believe in luck? Yes, you believe in luck. I also believe in luck.
Okay.
And
good.
Because I do believe that there are times when things go against the odds for no other reason than it just happened. Right. And it's hard to explain. What about, is it better to be lucky than good?
Yes.
You've probably heard about that in sports.
And I 100% believe it's better to be lucky than good.
Very golf thing. I equate it to golf.
I equate it to everything in life, but it's for sure golf.
Yeah.
100% golf. I will never be good, but I will take lucky all day long.
Good bounces that happen to go
hits
your
off
way.
a tree,
Yeah.
skips off the lake,
Agreed. Okay.
rolls out of the sand trap somehow, even though you hit it so hard into the sand. Like I needed to, like no other ball rolls in the sand, but for some reason your ball rolls out. And you're like, yep, taking it. It's like you put it back in the sand or throw it back in the water. You're like, that shouldn't have made it out. You take it.
I agree.
Okay.
All right. So I definitely want to be good, but I do want to be very lucky. So it's close on that. But if you can get the luck to make things fall your way, then that's priceless.
My whole life has been better lucky than good. I've not been good at stuff, but I've been lucky at a lot of things. Not to mention, we've got way too much conversation going on in the chat. And it started with, if horse shoes are lucky, are horse socks lucky? Do horses have socks? But also we do have a real life Irish, what may be also a leprechaun who has decided to join us and stray away from his basketball game. So I do appreciate that too.
Could be a crackhead.
Well, Wow. Or it's a leprechaun. I love it. I'm just throwing that out there because I love that. That's my new button on this.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use it a couple times probably. All right. So do you
awesome.
believe you're lucky in love? You know, that's sort of a saying, lucky in love. Do you think there's luck in love, or do you think it's the cosmos? Do you think it's destiny? My destiny awaits you.
Yeah, and they, again, are beating us to the punch in chat, just for the record. The comment was just, the only proof you need that Steven's more lucky than good is that he actually landed
Right.
my wife, right? So, but I 100% believe, like when I met her, we were not in all great circumstances, but I knew, like she'll tell you 3 months into us dating, I go, we're getting married. Like I knew it was the right answer. We've been together for 27 years this year.
Right.
Married for 27, but together for 28.
Wow.
Wow. The crowd did not like that.
They
at
heard
all.
the wrong thing for just a moment.
Yeah. Wow.
They gauge you.
but
Yes.
yeah, I feel like that was pure instinct luck. Like things on my side, things worked out, and it wasn't the best situations always, but they worked out. I've gotten very lucky with my relationships and how life has turned out for me.
Yeah, I agree.
You?
I think it's one of the, again, we kind of go
Because
back.
you did not commit that early. Just for the record, in your relationship, it took you like 28 years
I did not legally commit.
to get engaged or
It
something.
wasn't that long.
It was like 7.
It was
or 9,
a few years.
12?
It was like 5.
God,
But we were young. We met when we were 18 or just turning 19. She was 19. We really started dating when she was on her birthday, 19th birthday. So yeah, we were like really in that pivotal part of our lives where it was like, I just wanted to say, you know, if we jump into anything, we could change. Who knows? It's a very malleable piece of life. My point is, I also feel like I'm lucky in love, but I do think that you can take steps to help that luck, you know? So I guess where I'm going is, what do you feel about getting lucky?
Not good now.
I mean, I'm not talking with me. Just in
thank
general.
goodness.
Is there such a thing as, obviously there is such a thing because people call it getting lucky.
Yeah.
Why do you think they call it that?
Because I think most times there's a very slim chance of that happening. And if for some reason the stars align, in which, in all seriousness, I think part of what luck is timing. Being at the right place at the right time just happens to be the circumstances line up. I feel like that is exactly why they call it getting lucky. Are you at the right place at the right time under the right circumstances where everything lines up nicely? Then yes, you are getting lucky.
I love how you say that because we've been talking about luck is when things go against the odds.
Yeah.
To tell you. So I feel like there's one gender specific who will say, I'm getting lucky because the odds are against.
The odds are not in your favor.
Not in our favor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just thought if we're talking about luck, we got to talk about just a smidge about getting lucky. And getting lucky is super fun. Do you have any personal charms or artifacts that are luck to you?
I don't. So, man, everything I say, everything I want to say, are things that haven't been super lucky for me lately. So I have traditional things, like I go hunting, and I have some things that I take hunting with me every time. But I've had the worst duck hunting year I've ever had this
You
year.
got to get rid of them all.
So yeah,
Got to get new ones.
I don't know that those charms are working. I don't think I have a lot of I don't think I have a lot of talisman things or weird, I don't know, items that are, I go, this brings me luck. I have to rub, the butt of this chia pet doll or whatever that, I don't think I have a lot of that. No.
Okay.
You?
Well, I have this guy.
Yep.
So I don't have a lot, but there are these weird little things that I've picked up along the way. Not a lot of things, but this.
You don't have a lot of things.
Right.
You are not a clutter
I'm not-
guy,
I'm
and you are
not.
not a trinket dude.
Right. I do not like stuff in general or clutter. So I like to minimalize. But around the year 1999, we went on a road trip. In fact, it was before I had kids. I believe it was right around there, or 2000. I've tried to nail that year down here and there. But we ran on a road trip. Your kids, you got
Hey.
Went off to the grandparents' house, and we took a couples road trip. And on the way back, we were pretty much all hungover. We stopped at a gas station, and we were walking out, and of course, like the juvenile people that we are, the males that are, we stopped at the little trinket. Everything's in the bubbles, right?
Oh,
For 25 cents or 50 cents. And we were like, hey, do you got some change? Look at these like
bubble gumball
goofy,
machines.
right?
Yeah.
These goofy things. So we had a couple of quarters between us, and we stuck it in the machine.
Probably
and
all we had.
out came a bubble, and this surfer alien was in one of those bubbles. I've had him ever since. He was in my first car that I bought for a long time, like 10 years. He rode along with me everywhere I went. And then he was in my now car for a good 10 years. And when we started this podcast, I graduated him out of the car and over onto the soundboard. And he's been
He
there.
sits on the soundboard, which I thought was kind of funny. I'm like, where'd that come from? And he's like, you know where this came from? I've had this thing for like 27 years.
You were
25
there.
years. I was there, which is crazy that
Yeah.
you've kept it that long.
So now for 90,
awesome.
90 episodes, he's been with us. So, and it made me laugh that you had no idea, right? I
No.
mean, because that's 23 years or 24 years ago.
Yeah, it's a ton of,
that little
that thing's made
piece
it
of
a long way.
plastic.
And there's a lot of things that have been in this house that haven't made it 23 years.
No.
I'm just saying. It's,
My wife and that guy.
yeah, that's the only two things that, yes, you've kept. That's interesting.
All right.
Do you feel like it's brought you luck, though?
I have no idea.
But you
know.
just keep it because you're like, now it's a habit. I can't get rid of it now.
Yeah, I love the little guy. You know,
You're,
number
you're
one, it cracks
emotionally
me up.
attached to it, but has it brought you luck?
One of the things that I love about it is it totally reminds me. The first alien conversation we ever had was on that road trip. It was in the car, and we had this really deep conversation about aliens and could they exist. We've still been having that conversation 23 years later. Okay?
We've had it multiple times since then.
So the Irish, they seem to have a lot of luck, right? Things that they are attributed or they claim luck.
Right.
Do you think their God loves them more than our God loves us?
Yes.
Definitely.
Irish Jesus is way more powerful than any other country's Jesus.
Yes.
100%.
He probably wears green robes
Yeah.
and drinks Guinness.
He's got way more gold than most Jesuses do. Like I 100% think he's way more powerful.
So I want to talk about this will be just before we rate the beer. I'll talk about Irish Lucky Charms.
Okay.
We kind of run through those. When we come back, we'll talk about some Irish superstitions, kind of do some guessing game for you a little
points?
bit of just, is it good luck or bad luck?
Okay.
Let me talk. I need to tell this story too. So talking about Lucky Charms. Okay. So I'm a little unlucky in this past week. Okay. So I wanted to get a new shirt for St. Patrick's Day because I knew we were going to go live, and I'm like, I'm going to get a shirt, and I get on the line and I go to the interwebs and I buy a shirt.
Yep.
And it's going to take a while to get here. So I timed it out pretty good. I mean, I bought it like 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago. I knew that I needed to allow some time, try to be,
You're a planner.
and it came just a few days ago, and I was all excited, and I opened it up, and this is what came out of the package.
Okay. It's a lucky.
For those on the video, you can tell this was made for a leprechaun.
It looks like it would be a slim fit to show your muscles.
Slim fit. Is
that
tiny?
Is it a medium or small?
It's small. For those of you that are just listening later on to the podcast itself, this is a green Lucky Charms, old school Lucky Charms leprechaun symbol from the cereal. Love, the vintage part of it. I was like, oh, this is going to be great. I actually, as a joke, I was going to try to put this on so that for the visual joke, and I could not legitimately get it around me. I tried. I had this. So put a visual in your head of me trying to stuff myself like a sausage into this casing, and I could not make it work. Otherwise, you would have seen me on here trying to don this thing.
I think Andy wants the shirt. But I also think
anybody that wants this, you can claim it. I will give
Andy's
it to
probably
you.
got the physique that he could pull off a skin tight shirt.
Yes. That's tiny. It'd be tiny for you, man.
It looks small. I'm not gonna lie. When you said this is a shirt I got, I'm like, I like the shirt. I like the design. I like Lucky Charms
Right.
in general. But then I'm like, oh no, like your arm, like, yeah, that I can't imagine that fitting over your head. Like it's a pretty small shirt.
So I had to go in, grab, my just a green shirt, not as fun or fancy, but made it work hopefully, and grabbed this Lucky Charm. So we're going to talk about Lucky Charms. This is being two of them in one, and I'm wearing a necklace that has a giant horseshoe along with four-leaf clover. So let's talk about Irish Lucky Charms. Four-leaf clover, we've already talked about that. It's the most prominent lucky item associated with St. Patrick's Day. It's believed to be a Celtic charm used for magical protection from evil spirits to repel bad luck.
Okay.
The leaves on the four-leaf clover stand for faith, hope, luck, and love. So a couple of those we've talked about. Whoever comes across a four-leaf clover is granted good luck and is protected against any bad luck.
In all 4 areas, or just you have to pick one?
I think it's all 4.
Oh, that works out well.
Yeah, so that's one of the good ones. You want to try to find one of those.
Cool.
So a shamrock or a 3-leaf clover is a traditional symbol of St. Patrick's Day, right? We see those around as well. And that is the Holy Trinity depiction and why it has come to represent St. Patrick. What do you think about the horseshoe? Why is a horseshoe good luck? Have you ever heard of a horseshoe being good luck?
Yes, I get that horseshoes are good luck. I don't really think I know why though, unless it protects horses' feet. So that's
Right.
good.
Stops them from
that
potentially breaking a hoof and throwing you off.
Does it have something to do with the shape? I'm guessing of, I don't know. Yeah, whatever goes out comes back to you, kind of thing.
So this one comes from an old story in the 10th century regarding Saint Dunstan. Saint Dunstan was given a request to shoe the devil's horse. Instead, Dunstan nailed the horseshoe to the devil's foot and agreed to remove it if the devil promised to never enter a household with a horseshoe on the door.
We have listeners that know that, and they already put it in the
Nice.
comments. So
Therefore,
kudos to them.
Horseshoes have come to symbolize luck and security from the devil.
Huh.
So
there you go.
that's why you've probably, a lot
Yeah,
of
horseshoes over the door, which is what I came across in chat. They're like, hey, dude, you put horseshoes over the entryway. I'm like, ugh, okay.
And that all goes back to Saint Dunstan. Thankfully, he tangled with the devil, maybe in Georgia.
Yeah, I was going to say, did he have a fiddle or no? No fiddle.
Made of gold.
Nice.
Speaking of gold, pot of gold.
Yes.
How could a pot of gold possibly be lucky?
How could a pot of gold not be lucky? If you had a pot of gold, I don't know how many ounces of gold that is, but gold's going for a lot per ounce right now.
It's going for more than 0.
It
and
is.
if you just happen to find a
it,
pot
yeah.
of gold at the end of a rainbow, then you, or my friend, are lucky.
If you found a pot of pot, you'd be in good shape. Like, I mean, you could find a pot of a lot of things and be fine.
Pot of alcohol.
Yeah, pot of whatever.
Whatever.
Like, yeah, so pot of gold is real good.
The belief is that leprechauns
Could be a crackhead.
hide a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow for mortals to find. The pot of gold is considered to be lucky because gold is linked to wealth and fortune. Of course, it's money.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Makes sense.
and the Trinity knot. Are you familiar with the Trinity knot?
Is that the Irish thing that never ends and it just goes over? Like, I think yes, that thing.
So,
Something like that. Oh, maybe it's a Celtic knot is what I'm thinking.
Celtic knot, Irish knot,
Okay.
Trinity knot, all the same thing on a lot of jewelry that
My
you
wife
see.
wanted one of those as a tattoo at some point in her life, and I don't know if we've moved away from that as an idea. Not that she's going to ever get a tattoo because she's too afraid of the pain, but
That
yeah.
needle pokes you a lot.
But they make really fancy, fun ones. So I don't know where that comes from, but it's cool looking.
One of the best known symbols in Celtic and Irish culture. It can be seen in the Book of Kells and is a widespread in Celtic art.
Who doesn't read the Book of Kells?
The intertwining curves are seen as a symbol of love, and the symbol is also known as the Irish love knot.
Ooh, the love knot.
That's right. So there's you and your partner, and then if you get a third person,
Intertwined
then
in
you
the
get a
love
love
knot.
knot.
That is nice.
So yeah, maybe you try to
That's how the Irish
have
get
that
lucky.
happen. So just as a bonus, the cereal Lucky Charms, because that's what was going to be on my shirt.
Yep.
What are the 8 cereal marshmallows?
So,
Wow, you're getting off to a bang.
I know. So the horseshoe's on there.
Horseshoe, yes.
Rainbows are on there.
Rainbow's on there.
The whatever your
Don't cheat.
I'm not. I'm looking at your thing. I'm pointing at this. Your shamrock is in there.
Clover on there.
Clover. Stars are in there, right? Are you kidding? Purple hearts. Purple hearts.
Heart.
Star. I thought
Star.
orange stars.
Did I say no to star?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it. Oh, sorry.
Right?
Yes. Stars.
Dang it. I even had the
You got 5. You got 3 left.
crap. Purple hearts, orange stars, green clovers, blue diamonds. Blue diamonds.
Nope. Moon, but close. Red
Red.
balloons. Yes, you got
I
that
did
one.
not know red
last
balloons.
one. Did you say unicorn?
No, but I
Yes,
should've.
you did. Then that was good. You got
Yay.
the last one. All 8.
I thought my original first thought was unicorn. I go, that's not in there because that's not Irish.
The Irish love unicorns.
And balloons, I wouldn't have got either. That's dumb.
Yeah, it's. I think they put that in there for the kids.
Okay.
It's in it in the stars. Don't look like just a star. It's the marshmallow that has like it's color of the star kind of falling or something.
Our Irish listener didn't get that either, and that's the whole cereal that was made for them. So
Yes,
pretty sad. Diamonds wasn't on there. That's crazy. Okay.
shining bright like a diamond.
Also
You ready to talk about this can?
I am absolutely ready to talk about this can.
I'm going to start.
You please do.
I love this. This is really good. This is the first, again, whiskey and Coke that we've had, or whiskey cola. My go-to drink when we used to go to the bar, as opposed to do this podcast, was to get a pitcher of bourbon and Coke. And it was yum. So I have been without that for a while, but I still, I'll do the bourbon and the ginger ale. I've talked about doing that.
Yep.
And we actually did that Whistle Pig and ginger.
We did.
And that was good.
Yeah.
But this old school, this is really good. I like the flavor is just, I know I usually talk about flavor a little bit more because there's
Talk about this flavor. I dare
but
you.
it's hard. It's like, it's just there. It's just good. Like I can taste the whiskey.
Can you?
Yeah. Like I can.
Mine is gone. I put it aside.
Nice.
I
You
can't
want another
taste the
one?
whiskey. This is a danger. If this were more than 5% alcohol, this would be dangerous as all get out. It is so much cola. Like it's just
It
like
is.
drinking a Coke.
It is. There's the soda flavor is definitely
Oh, my
there.
Lord.
But it just if it finishes with it, it has that underlying, but it's not a bad whiskey. That's what I think is good about, or what makes it good for you, and why you sucked it down. But it's because it's a good whiskey in a good cola. Because a lot of times these canned companies, right, when they put cola, they put really bad
crap cola and crap
cola in
whiskey in it. This is a Jameson with whatever decent cola.
Yeah, so this is good.
So Jameson and Cola. Where are you at with it?
I'm definitely give it a 4. Our 4 is that I'm going to seek these out. I'm going to put them in rotation here. I'm not going to push them on people. That's a 5 where I'm like, I'm going to go, you have to try this. You must do it. Here it is. It's going to be that great. I know how much I like whiskey Cokes as sort of a go-to. And so I don't want to put like, I'm tainted, I think, probably because I know that I love these or love this type of drink, and they've done a really good job in executing on the drink that I like. So I'm going to give it a 4. They have other flavors. They have a ginger and lime.
Really?
And they have a lemon. They call it lemonade, but a lemon citrus. And I think it says lemonade on there.
I'm
So I'm
to get
definitely
ginger
going to
and
get the
lime.
other ones.
Oh, my
yeah,
God.
the only reason I didn't do ginger and lime is because we just did the Whistle Pig with ginger.
Yeah, no worries.
And lime.
But I will be getting it.
Yeah. Otherwise, I probably would have done that one. But I got the cola.
So you're at a
and I
4.
love it. It's a 4.
So what do you know about me that I hate?
That you hate?
Yeah.
Oh, because I thought you were going to say what do you?
Like, have I ever come over and you've been like, I want a whiskey and Coke? Have I ever said I want one of those too?
No, right? You
Ever?
No,
I hate whiskey.
right? You're
Literally,
not a whiskey.
I'm not a whiskey guy.
Right.
Ever. I don't like it straight. I don't like it mixed with stuff. I don't like the taste of it. Like I feel like Fireball, which is probably the worst version of a whiskey ever.
It's just
Is
cinnamon.
also hard to get down, but it's the only kind of what I would consider anything that's labeled as a whiskey that I will drink. And I don't drink it because I like it. I drink it because it's fun to take shots of. This is a 5. I will.
Yay.
I would drink 10 of these. This would be dangerous for me.
I love it.
I cannot taste the alcohol in it. I can't believe it. I mean, if it were like a Cutwater that was 13%, I would be on the floor after 2.
Yes.
It's super good. Like I'll go find these and put these in my fridge. Like I will take these places. I will push these on people.
I will push these on people. I really wanted to do the lemon as well. I think that's going to be good. I don't know how you're not tasting any of the whiskey.
I don't taste any of the whiskey, and it's not like I've been drinking. It's
not a lot.
Like crazy all night or something. Like there's some of these episodes where we've drank a little too much, and then I'm like, everything's a 5 because I love things.
All right.
No, that's not it. I don't taste a lot of the whiskey. I don't have that bad whiskey weird aftertaste. I taste just cola, and mine is gone. Like literally, I drank the whole thing before the halftime show.
Good thing I have 4. I can get you another one.
Oh, thank God. I don't know that.
Not right now.
No.
We're in the middle
I'll
of
have
a
a shotgun
show.
this next one. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gave it a 5. I dig it, and I will probably push it just like I would a White Russian or some of the other 5s that we've given. Where like you gotta at least try this Jameson stuff, and I'll go try the other flavors too, just because of this one.
Yeah, I certainly will as well.
Cool.
All right.
Good pick for.
I love it. Yes, especially in a live
special
show
occasion.
too, and for St. Pat's Day.
Love it.
All right. So let's talk about Irish superstitions. So we talked about deities and how like the 3 forms of luck, right? So we covered deity and that Irish Jesus is
better
more
than
lucky
most other
and
Jesuses,
loves them more than he loves the rest of us. And then we talked about Irish physical objects, clovers and horseshoes and stuff. So now we're going to talk about Irish superstitions.
Okay.
So it's that third arm of the what is luck. So, but the way we're going to do this is we're going to make it a bit of a guessing game, not only for you to have fun,
but people at home too.
People at home can play along, and give yourself 2 points for each, and then 5 points if you are feeling lucky. And
just randomly 5 points.
And at the end, the points mean nothing. It's
Great.
like
Awesome. Yeah.
So that's show.
Yep.
What was that? Whose line is it anyway?
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to call out a superstition, and you're going to tell me whether that superstition brings good luck
or
bad luck.
Okay. Good or bad?
Hopefully.
That's all I need.
All right. Many people in Ireland believe in leprechauns
Could be a crackhead.
and fairies. Are leprechauns and fairies good luck or bad luck? In general.
Bad luck.
No, they're good luck.
Dang it. I thought I was going to try to I thought you were trying to mess with me.
Right. Like,
dang it. All right.
No, they, now you have to speak to them and always refer to them as the good people. Now, Irish say.
Can you explain why fairies are in there?
So fairies are part of, it's,
That's what threw me off that whole question is I'm like, I like leprechauns. They bring gold. But I don't know what these fairies are doing, and I'm not Irish enough to know.
So in Ireland, they have things, or what they think of as fairy forts or fairy rings. Have you ever seen anyone refer to either a ring of bushes, a ring of trees, maybe a ring of flowers?
Yeah, fairy gardens and stuff. Yeah. That's good. That seems good, like good luck.
Yes.
Okay.
So they believe in those types of same thing where the fairies come and
I overthought that one. Keep going.
Just a little. But if you ever do speak to them, refer to them as the good people, or they will play a prank on you.
Okay,
so it's not bad luck, but they will prank you. They are jokers.
Good to know.
They'll put a pot of gold over there. You'll think you're going to get it. You run towards it, and then
it's just chocolate.
Disappears.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's a pot of urine.
Yes.
Is it bad? And it is also bad luck to destroy a fairy fort or to disturb a fairy ring. So if you see those around,
so that it could be bad luck. So I could have been right. All right.
In Ireland, they also have stone circles, which and also in England,
Stonehenge,
is a good one, right? But more of the natural kind, mushrooms, trees, and whatnot. Okay. All right, a magpie. Are you familiar with what a magpie is?
It's a bird.
It is a bird. It's in the family of the
raven
and the crow.
Yeah, crows,
raven's good. I mean, the fact that you knew that is pretty good. If you would have told me magpie about a week ago,
you wouldn't have known.
I think I would have thought I go to the gas station and that's like a pie that you get that's covered in like chocolate and it's like a yellow cake in there with a filling. I swore there were magpies.
Those are moon pies.
Moon pies I thought were maybe not magpies. All right. So A magpie is a bird.
Jesus.
If you see a magpie,
Bad luck. Bad luck. No one likes anything related to crows.
it is a bad luck. To see one magpie is bad luck.
Okay.
It is not. So the general belief is that the saluting of the magpie and sometimes telling him or her the time will stave off that sorrow. So if you tell
He brings sorrow?
it's bad. It's bad luck. He brings sorrow. The lone magpie. However, 2 magpies bring joy. 3 magpies. This is how this is a bit of a poetic from the Ireland.
Okay.
2 for joy, 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy, 5 for silver, 6 for gold, 7 for a secret that will never be told.
Oh, it happily rhymes as well.
Exactly.
So that's great.
So those are the various numbers of
So you gotta
birds.
do a lot of bird counting.
If you see 5, then you get silver. Silver is on its way.
Cool. I like it. So bad luck if it's just one. Everything else you can live with.
Yeah, 3 and 4. If you've already had your kids and you don't want any more, you're like,
Right.
I don't want to see that.
So 1, 3, and 4.
If you're in
bad.
childbearing age, then you want to see for 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy.
Gotcha. But 2, 5, and 6, you're good.
Good stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Also, just here's a fun fact for you. In the
waiting for fun
1990s,
facts.
the band Counting Crows is named after this superstition.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. They're not Irish.
I don't think you need to be to name yourself after that band or after the superstition, but yeah.
I mean, Five for Fighting didn't have to be hockey players to name themselves after that. Or
exactly.
right. Okay.
All right. If a bird were to poo on you, my friend, good or bad luck? Now, don't just jump to an answer.
I'm not going to. I want the
I want
listeners
you
to think about it.
Think about this and tell me if a bird was to poo on you. You're walking down the street
So I have. Here's my
in Ireland. Now you're in Ireland,
Oh, okay, I don't know.
and a magpie.
Is it one?
2.
2 magpies.
Maybe it's not a magpie,
No, let's,
but just a bird flies over you and poos on you. Good or bad luck?
the only thing that comes to my head is that the Toy Story where it's like, oh, you're the chosen one when the claw gets you. I'm wondering if it's like you're the chosen one that the magpie pooped on or the bird. That's the only way it could be good luck, is that the odds of you being hit by bird poop's pretty low because, I mean, it can poop anywhere. I'm going to go with good luck.
It is good luck.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
The superstition supposedly originated in Russia, and maybe the Irish have just taken it as their own because they very much believe strongly that...
feces is good.
and there must be a lot of birds on that island because and then when they poop, if they happen to poop on you, it is good.
Cool.
The belief also extends to if that bird poops on your car, even if you just got a car wash, but apparently birds pooping on a car
Is good luck for your car?
is good luck. It's Irish.
That's a stretch. All right.
Just believe in it, laddie.
Okay.
All right. Are your ears burning? When your ears to say when
When your ears to say
when it's said that your ears are burning, what does that generally mean?
means somebody's talking about you.
Someone is talking about you. Is that good or bad?
Probably bad. I'm gonna go with bad.
I should narrow it down because it's actually different for the left and the right ear.
Oh no, it's
in
not.
Ireland. But of course it is.
They're that
it can't
specific.
be that simple. If your left ear is burning, what are they saying?
Good things.
Good things. Excellent job.
Yes.
But if it's the right, they're saying bad things. And I love this one. If both ears are burning,
You're going to die.
you've had too much Irish whiskey.
Is that really the answer?
Yes.
Okay, you're drunk.
Yes, you are drunk and your ears are burning.
And normally your nose is probably too
And
burning
this,
as
of
well.
course, again, a little poetry here for you. This is how you remember it.
Okay.
Left is for love, right is for spite. So
right for spite,
if it's
left
the
for
left
love.
ear burning, they're talking good. If it's the
Right ear,
right
spite.
ear, they're
Okay.
not so good.
And if both ears are burning, what's the rhyme for that?
Go to bed, sleep it off.
Okay. Doesn't really want rhyme. Okay.
No, I was trying to think. What's a drunken lullaby? When your nose is itchy, is that good luck or bad luck?
When your nose is itchy.
When your nose, all of a sudden you're walking, you're like, oh, my nose is really itchy. All of a sudden, and you scratch it.
I think that's somebody's thinking about you. I'm going to go with
In a
that's
good
luck.
way?
Yep, good luck.
That is a sign of fight to come.
Fight what?
A fight is coming your way.
Oh.
So if you walk in your house,
So if your nose is itchy,
and you
someone's
start
being
itching
bitchy.
you, and your wife walks around the corner, I
That's
would
what I
just
just said.
walk in the other direction.
Okay.
The nip.
The what?
To nip the conflict in the bud, some believe a light punch and a handshake with the suspected combatant will do the trick. So if your nose is
A
itching,
light punch always does the trick
And
to,
you know, you
to
just-
ward off conflict.
Yeah, you
is that what
just-
you're telling me?
you know, you hit him in the arm and you're like, "Hey, buddy, how's it going?" And then, you know, just a light punch and then give him a handshake.
Leave it to the Irish who go, you know what will ward off conflict is just punch somebody. That will be better.
There you go.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Sticking with, again, these are all physical. I've put these into categories. These are all
I appreciate the
physical
categorization.
person on your body attributes. If
Okay.
your palm is itchy, is that good luck or bad luck?
Your palm is itchy, someone snitchied. So that's bad. It's got to be bad.
If your palm is itchy, someone snitchied?
I'm trying to make Irish rhymes out of this. Is that not an Irish rhyme?
It is at least good luck.
Yes.
But if someone snitched on
wait,
you,
I
I would
said
think
bad
that was
luck.
Oh, then you were wrong.
Okay.
The
Wow.
itchy palm on your left hand means that someone is going to pay you money. Although some believe you need to spit on your hand in order to make sure that that comes to fruition. So
What is wrong with the Irish? There's a lot going on.
this is how they get good luck, my friend.
They should only do things with their left hand or their left side. It's everything's left is good, right is bad.
And so you spit on that, you get your money faster. An itchy right palm means you're going to have to pay out money too, and no amount of spit will turn that fortune around. So a bit of the right hand itchy is not, I mean, if you see, I guess you were sort of partially right because I forgot that there was left and right handed meanings again that were opposite.
Yeah. Those would be helpful to know that everything is means both.
Right.
But from a perspective of Irish folks, red-haired, left-handed. Is that why red-haired, left-handed people come from Irish descent?
I
Is it because
guess.
Irish really like the left side.
Must be. I don't know.
Everything's good fortune on your left side.
Yes. So far.
Okay.
And we're out of things
out.
on your body, and now we're moving into other things. So, yeah,
Okay.
that might be.
I've solved the Irish riddle.
During Christmas, you know, you've seen people put
Candles in your window?
in the window.
Our listeners are way ahead of you on this one.
The Irish, do they put a candle in the window all night? Or is it customary to take it out for Christmas night?
Oh, they are not that specific in the chat.
So let's say,
It is good luck to put a candle in your window. I don't know whether or not you pull it out for the last. For
no,
Christmas.
it is good luck to keep a lit candle in your window all night through Christmas. Bad luck will come to the house the following year if you were to extinguish it.
Ooh. Well, thank you,
It's
listeners, for that.
traditionally signified that the Holy Family would be welcomed to your house on Christmas. Interrupting the hospitality by letting the light go out on Christmas is still thought to be bad luck to many.
And just to further that, from my own knowledge and not from the chat at all, I also believe that that is an invitation to come party at your house.
There you go.
The Irish believe that is a
right.
welcome sign to come in and gather
love
with
it.
us
Nice.
for a holiday.
Sounds great to
I just
me.
I mean, that's from my own knowledge. I don't know if
Right.
that's true or not, but
I feel like you kind of knew that.
I
You were on
did.
The,
I mean,
right.
that's from my
the
deep,
little bit of Irish knowledge you had.
my deep Irish
You were hanging on to
adopted heritage.
So let's talk about cutlery.
Okay.
If cutlery falls on the floor, good luck or bad luck?
Is this part of the 5-second rule or not part of the 5-second rule?
It doesn't specify length of time.
Does it fall face down or face up?
In the case of like a butter knife, I don't know that there is a
There isn't a face,
face
down.
up or face down.
Forks and spoons.
True. Does not say.
Okay. Then I'm going to go with bad luck.
It is good luck that you will have visitors. A knife that falls on the floor, you will have a gentleman visitor. If a fork falls on the floor, you will have a lady visitor. And if a spoon falls on the floor, you will have a child visitor.
So is a
don't
bunch
know
of
if that
guys
means
just
you're going-
throwing forks on the ground?
Right. Oops.
Whoopsie daisy, the whole, yeah.
I seem to have dropped all the forks.
I emptied the drawer. That's My
right.
bad.
And there's a candle. There's 3 in my window that signifies come hither. All right.
Yeah, right. I've got multiple candles going. I've got forks on the floor. It's about to be a party
It's a
It's
party.
about to be a party
This is an Irish jig in the waiting.
I got nothing but Jameson and Cola.
On the rocks. Entering and existing through the same... Existing.
What?
Sorry, boys and girls. The Jameson has kicked in. Entering and exiting through the same door. Good luck or bad luck?
Or fire hazard. I'm going to go with that is good luck. You should always enter and exit through the same door.
That is true. And in fact, it is bad luck to do differently.
Agree.
If you enter a home through one door, you should always leave through that same door. Otherwise, you will have bad luck. As I was gathering up these various things and reading around, it was funny to actually see people making comments about like their parents and their grandparents who like
purposely walk in and out of the same door.
You would come in and they would come in and they're like, you have to leave through that door.
Yeah,
right?
I can't.
Like,
you can't leave out the garage. Sorry.
And so just as a kind of a side note or an adjacent note to what we're talking about, did your family or extended family have any of these type of superstitions, whether they be Irish or not?
No, I don't. Not to this extent.
Right on. Mine did. So my
Like what?
extended family is Polish.
Oh, yeah.
On my maternal
Which
side.
I meant to ask you about earlier because I feel like the Polish background,
We have a lot of these.
all
Some of
the-
them shared.
yeah, but I would have guessed that would override any of the luck stuff because Polish are known for not being super lucky.
Right now. And a lot of it is more bad luck oriented.
Right.
So it's like,
Oh, okay.
my mom would tell me stories of like her grandparents who like spoke Polish and, were off the boat kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it would be like, if you put new shoes on the table, super bad.
Right.
Like,
Everyone
it was
will
really
die.
bad.
Germany will invade again.
Right. That's what caused World War II.
Right.
New shoes on
yeah.
the table. But then there's a lot of shared ones, I think the opening of the umbrella in the house.
Yeah.
Okay. Stuff like that. But like, I just remember a couple of the key ones, and we didn't abide, didn't have them
Right.
necessarily in our house, but she was like,
the traditions existed in your
when
family.
she was little, man, they really believed in that stuff. Or at least abided by it. So yeah.
Much like most things in my life, I am certain my sister will tell me we had those in our family because my mom and grew up on a farm, and I think there was some of that kind of stuff going on back then. Just small town, rural tradition / superstition-y type things that happen. I couldn't tell you what they were. I mean, they had horses and stuff, and I'm certain there were superstitions back then, but not from like yours is like old school Polish, like
Right.
legit. Don't put shoes on the table or people will freak out. Cool.
And so if you had a looking glass and you were to break it, is that good or bad luck in Ireland?
If you had a looking glass, like a,
It's known as a mirror.
oh, okay. Sorry. I'm like,
When you look into a glass and
If
the
you
glass
break a
looks
mirror-
back at you, that is a mirror.
you want me to say this is bad luck, so I'm going to go with bad luck.
It is bad luck.
Oh, good.
You'll have 7 years according to the Irish, which is
Are the Irish the ones who started that whole?
Yep,
That's where that
7.
came from?
I don't know if they started
The 7 years of bad luck from, huh.
So this one okay, funny you should ask. This one dates back to Roman times. But the 7 years was actually Roman here. The Romans believed that when you looked into a looking glass, you're actually looking into your soul. So when it broke, you damaged your soul. But they also believed that they had this sort of counter belief that souls regenerated every 7 years.
That makes
So
sense.
the damage was finite.
It was repairable.
Right. You just had to wait it out.
Yeah.
You're like, oh. And I don't know if you break multiple, if that just extends it, like you start over, or how that works. But I think if you put a little salt in your hand and you throw it over your shoulder while doing a 360 or something,
Only with your left hand because that's the
probably
good luck
your
hand.
left hand,
Yeah.
then that'll work. The last one. This is the last of the Irish superstitions, my friend.
gracious,
We've
there's a lot
rolled
of
through 10 of them.
Yeah.
So number 10.
Okay.
If you put a cross on the top of your bread,
On the top of my bread,
on the top of your
Like a
uncooked bread,
uncooked.
well, it will then turn into a cross on your cooked bread as well. I'm just saying,
You have to leave the cross on the loaf of dough.
this is like explaining.
What are you
obviously, you're
talking
not
about?
a baker by trade, but when you make bread,
Yeah.
You start with dough.
Yeah.
When you put something into that dough, a lot of times it will bake.
Imprint.
Yes, where it shows the same thing when it's cooked. This is funny. I was like leading a horse to water
It
here,
is.
right? So if in the dough you cut a cross.
Okay, you cut a cross, not just put a cross on top of a thing of dough.
That was where we were. You thought an object of physics. I got you.
Good.
So really, that was my fault because I didn't explain it well enough.
Okay.
If you cut
a cross into dough,
that becomes bread.
it does.
Is that good luck or bad luck?
If that's bad luck, the Irish are jacked up. That's got to be good luck. That's Jesus in your bread.
That is good
Jesus
luck.
bread.
That's actually keeping the devil out
Of your bread.
of your bread. To this day, a person who is baking scores a cross through the top of their bread before baking. The practical reason is to facilitate even cooking throughout the loaf.
Yep.
But the impractical reason is so you can spiritually ward off the devil. And traditionally, the cross is what keeps the devil at bay.
If you slice that bread and put it in a toaster, Jesus' face appears on the toast. Did you know that?
in Mexico.
Only in Mexico.
Yeah, I've heard that, right? Like there's a piece of toast in Mexico that people go visit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't gone to visit it yet? The Irish do.
Guadalupe, the bagel of El Guadalupe?
Yep.
I think so. But I'm sure the Irish have something of their own that has an Irish Jesus in it. They have their, of course, leprechauns.
Could be a crackhead.
Had to do it. I love
Yep.
it. I hope everybody else enjoyed it or got sick of me doing that. How would you like to end this Irish jig of ours? Any words?
Are you going to dance a jig?
Any words of
Any words of what?
wisdom? Lord, what would you like to tell our listeners? We have live people, who are watching.
Yeah,
and-
our folks who are live have just ripped it apart. Like, I couldn't keep up, but it's funny to listen to. And I hope if you're watching this on YouTube and you look at my head is down, most of the time it's because I'm trying to read and keep up with the craziness that's going on in our chats, and I appreciate it a ton. I wish people luck. I wish people have the right mindset to embrace, even if you're not Irish. And I know we've got an Irish listener or two out there, but even if you're not Irish, embrace the good mentality that put good out in the world, bring good luck back to you, even if you don't have a horseshoe. But if you need a horseshoe, call Andrew. He's got some extras because Amazon doesn't ship anything just in singles anymore. So, but yeah, so I liked the luck episode. It's made me feel better.
Good. I too, yeah. I wish good luck, and I'm probably not doing the Irish well here
try the
because they always
accent
have
again?
good poetry, and yeah,
They do.
And in the way they say things like, may the wind be ever for on your back, may the sun be on your face, and there's some really good ones. I should probably have one or two of those on the ready, but I'm Polish, so I don't know those so good. But I do wish everyone also a very thankful to our people that are listening live. It's always great to have people engaging in the chat. I have been asked with the chat, can we keep it up when we leave the video up? And I thought we do, but then when I go and cut the first 20 minutes off, so that you don't have to see the coming soon, right?
Does it cut the chat too?
It cuts the chat off, which I found out through trial and error and going, why is the chat disappearing? Because I'll watch it the next day, look through the chat, relive it, and then I go to trim it down so that it's like a regular episode where it just starts with the opening, and then the chat's gone. So I don't know. YouTube I wish they could fix that, but I'll try to.
Can you leave the first 30 seconds of that thing on and then just bump the regular episode? Just cut all I don't know. We'll talk about this offline.
Yeah.
But I wish people
But I'll leave it up longer.
because it's fun
Yeah.
just to see what's going on there. And there's a lot going on here. So I
All right.
appreciate
Yes,
that.
exactly. So thank you very much to all that. St. Patrick's Day is tomorrow. Have a good one.
Be safe.
Be
Drink
safe,
responsibly.
yeah.
Go find some Jameson because these things are dope.
Yeah.
As Irish people say, dope.
Always spread the word if you can. Tell others about us. We always appreciate it. We have some listeners that comment. We comment back. We have other listeners that text us or something.
Yep.
And kind of communicate. Keep doing that. But also, like if you have a friend or somebody brings up podcasts, and we have the video podcast. We have the regular style old school podcast on all platforms. We love it, and we're nearing 100. We're already making plans for what are we going to do for our 100th episode.
Yep.
Again, thank you, and enjoy St. Patrick's Day.
Top of the morning to you tomorrow morning. And then crike is what I'm told is what means party in Irish. So crike it out tomorrow. I think crike it out tomorrow. Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Nice.
Anyway, thanks you.
Thank you. I hate to see your Irish leave, but I love to watch you go.